Hey there, it's Patmos and nice of you to join me for the next episode in our Ostriv adventure. We have 267 people living in our town. We have 2,000 ducats or coins or whatever they're called. So yeah, we're doing okay. We have a new farm on the way. It takes some time, but we have it on the way. So that's nice. And well, as you could have seen last week in the Ostriv week, I've posted 5 videos, got lots of comments on them. Very nice, very thoughtful comments. A lot of people suggesting things, very welcome. Keep suggesting things, even though I might not use them. They could help out others, so that's very good. So let's keep them coming. And of course, don't feel offended if I don't use your comment in my own videos. It might just be a very good comment, like comments on where to place the farm in entrances and shouldn't I place the fields closer to a farm and stuff like that. That's all very true if you want to build the most efficient town. I'm just trying to build a fun town, so that's why I'm not making everything the most efficient, but at least I have some fun. But so keep them coming, keep sharing things with each other, because that's how we can all learn, and I do learn new things from all those comments, so that's great. And I'm going to continue with our little town. Now, last time we also built a brickworks and some other stuff, and I want more batches of bricks, by the way. So I guess it is now slowly time to up the brick production and work our way towards the row houses. They will cost us bricks and sand and lime and stuff like that, but those are all things we can get, and I think it will be a lot of fun if we can have all of those. I do think we might need to have the need to store some lime somewhere if we can get it. So let's up the speed to speed 3. So maybe we need a separate warehouse just to store some extra lime in that we can use in the fields. We can also make our own limestone, of course. That could be something. So there's a lot of things that we have to do. But first I want to set up this farm. It's ready now. Let's do it like this. Apply to all and apply to all. That way all farms will be set up hopefully quickly. Let's move all these fields to the next farm, and then we'll have to think about what food do we put in there. And a good way to make sure that you get the right foods is just always check your other farms. I forget that every now and then, but let's just go. Let's see, we have here wheat and hemp. So that's very nice for the clothing production. And of course a lot of wheat for flour. And we have some sunflowers and buckwheat. This farm mainly focuses on potatoes and buckwheat, and if we just check now, right after the harvest, or while they're harvesting, we have a little under 5,000 buckwheat, so we could use some extra. We have 5,000 potatoes, we could also use some extra there. We still have 2,500 hemp, so that should be fine. We have 4,000 wheat, that should also be okay, although we might actually increase the amount of mills that we have so that we can create even more flour. Let's see what we can... Ooh, let's buy some lime. That we're going to need soon. We have plenty of iron right now, so no worries there. Not enough sunflower oil yet, but we'll get that later. We have some salt in there. Can we sell some salt to this one? No. All right. So things are up and running. Here we have potatoes and more wheat and some sunflowers. So it's all quite busy. Let's start setting this one up. I think we should get a few different products. We have 7 fields. Let's start with the first one. I think we could use some flax. We already have hemp, but we could also use some flax. Flax can go together with 5% and 60%. Yeah, not with this, but it can go together with potatoes. So that would give us some extra potatoes. And using all of that resources to create a lot of clothing will also help us make some extra money. Now, furthermore, we need buckwheat. Just buckwheat, 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 buckwheat. We really need a lot. Can it go together with sunflowers? Yes, it can actually. So let's do that with sunflowers. So we'll get some extra sunflowers out of this. That we can make more sunflower oil and sell for a good yield. That will be perfect. No, this is wrong, by the way. I need to do this one and this one. And then we have one field that's left over. let's just continue with buckwheat and potatoes and a fallow field. All right, so let's make these fields active. And at least that way we get another boost to clothing production and to farming. So that'll be great. We still provide plenty of jobs. We have no requirements at this point, so everything can just go on as it is. Apparently most of the farms got the harvest in. This one's still busy, but they hire a lot of people, so that works. And we still have more than a month to get everything in eventually. Let's get going with more badges of this. That should work out. Here we have our clay pit. We have our sand pit. Where's our sand pit, by the way? I don't see it anymore. I do believe we got one. Otherwise we could not have created our first bricks. Sometimes I get a bit confused. Ah, here it is. There, I remember. Because I also play this on stream, of course. The same map at the same place, but just a bit different. On stream we are starting to build the houses here. I think we're going to do that in this case too. So to prepare for that, we need a forestry, because we need to get rid of a lot of trees here. So let's start getting rid of trees by building a forestry. We also need a few people to live here, to actually work in places right here. And what I would like to do is build a few houses with a garden. We're just going to build them alongside the river. I think that looks kind of nice if we do that. So we're going to start right here, hit the F1 button. We'll make it slightly bigger so that they can have a good yield of food for themselves. I think that will be nice. That's the first one. Let's rotate it a bit. Let's build another one. Right to it. Yes, hit the F1 button again so we can change the dimensions, make it really close to the water. All right, well, this will take some time to build all these houses, but that's exactly what we're going to do. So that the people, I guess, with some extra money to spend can have a nice garden. That will be nice. At least in normal cases, in normal instances, for people that would be the more wealthier people that have so much space. We need to build a well there too, to make sure that they can have the water that they need. And of course we need to provide them with a source of food, which basically means a granary. All right, there we go. Let's move the house up a bit so they have a big front yard. Yes. Let's start placing a granary here, where these people can actually go and get their food. We can place it right there. Then build a few market stalls around it that we can fill up for all the goodies that they're going to sell. Perfect. All right, we can speed things up a little bit. Let's see, we have apples, we have buckwheat, we have clothing, but we'll do that in a separate one. We have firewood and we have fish. Then we'll do all the clothing in this one. So we just need normal clothes, we need warm clothes, shoes, yes, warm clothing, and maybe some salt, because people do like to buy salt. Then we need some flour to be sold. We do have good amounts of flour. We have produced milk, so that can be sold here if we want to. Maybe some sunflower oil we can try. And I guess I'm going to save one spot for some alcohol. That will be used to at a certain point, so that could be okay. Oh, we're lacking some wood, I see here. These still produce wood, so all they need to do is bring the wood in here. The workers should also be able to get that in. Now, they will only store 1,000 at one go. Let's up that to 2,500 so that they can have some more wood in there for all the work that they need to do. All right, we're getting 1,000 bricks already. I believe we need like 7,000. Yeah, 8,000 almost for our first row house. So we'll leave them to it. They can be quite busy. We're also clearing this out, so we could also build some extra houses here. So it'll be a two-way street, I guess. We'll start with this area and then we do the other area. Let's go to one of the market stalls because I was on my way to do that. And let's do apply to all. And apply to all. Now they should all have people in them. Ooh, messenger from Balaklia. Do we have sunflower oil? Yes, we now have 1,000 to sell. That will make us some money. I don't think we need to buy any of this. Do we need to buy any stones or nails? So we have plenty of stones and 150 nails. I think we could buy some extra nails. We run out every now and then. And having some extra for a very cheap price is fine. This all seems to be working very fast, very good. I like it this way. Alright. We have another forestry up. Let's make it produce some stuff. Just needs another dude in there, of course, because you need 2 dudes to carry a log, apparently. And since we're not allowed to hire any ladies for that, I can't do that, even if I want to. So very sorry for those of you getting annoyed by the fact that the ladies can't do any heavy work. It's not my bad. I can't help it. Alright, let's go here and do the same thing we did on the other side. But now we'll build the houses a bit more like this. Alright, that's one. Now, it's very tempting, of course, to start to think about, well, maybe we can buy some products from these people, because these will have a yard and stuff like that. But you know my goals, I'm not in for that. I would like to supply the town with my own food. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave this spot open, by the way. So we might continue here with some housing later on. Just not right now. Let's build another well close to the granary. So that people will really have plenty of drinking water here. There we go. Well, new section of town. One family got married and they live here now. One new family coming in. Very nice. I like that. Nearing the end of winter. That's always a good point. Merefa. Ooh, let's buy some warm clothing. To make sure that everybody stays warm. We can sell some salt here. So that'll be done for a good price. Deal. How much iron? Oh, we can sell iron. We have okay amounts. Not enough to sell, so I'm not going to do that. We have 750 in stock for some sunflower oil. Let's sell that. Let's make some money. Alright, this one's filled up. Nothing more to do, which is a good thing. That means that we have plenty of wooden stuff. So I'm not worried about that. One of the other things could be soon to start working towards a tavern, or at least to fill up the tavern. But I think we built a tavern already, or at least I tried to. I don't think we actually did. Alright, well, we'll get one. Have to find a yeah, here it is, the tavern. But there's no alcohol, so we have to wait for one of the traders from the fishing, for the water towns to come towards us. As you can see here, Panyuchin and Barkvin Cove, they come by ship. They can't come now, of course, because the water is frozen, but after that we can buy some alcohol there and sell it. We are going to need that at a certain point. We're also going to need a church at a certain point, so we'll have to be prepared to make sure that we can get that too. Maybe we should start that already. Because if we start the church in here, then that could also be where we build the row houses around then next. So yeah, let's start building a church here and then we'll build row houses around it. Messenger from Balaklia. Alright. Don't think we have much to sell to them. We have a little bit of clothing in our storage, not too much. It would be nice if we could get some more of that. Let's check the food. We don't have any flour in store. We have 5,000 wheat though, so an extra mill might do good. We have 50 shoes. We have some salt. We have 1,500 apples still. 5,000 buckwheat, 4,000 potatoes. So things are okay, but we can improve a bit further. And one way to do that is by building an extra mill. So let's get the extra mill up. Provides a bit of extra work. And it will be good. Is there still a lot of stuff in the farms? Yes, there is. Flax and linseed. I don't think right here they're already bringing in the flax. No, they're not. Alright, might need an extra one then. There's no textile. I guess we could add people to the weaver's workshop so that they can produce more textile. That could be helpful. They should also be able to get more stuff in. Brought in from helpers. Same here. Textile, brothcloth and sheepskin. Okay. Well, it's interesting. The tannery is working. We'll get some more cows soon. It can be producing milk. We have just half a month and a new season starts. So we should keep some people available to help out on the farms, of course. Otherwise, we won't be sowing in everything very quickly. We still have 1,000 apples in here too. So that could be something. If we really need them, we could always get them out of there. Let's sell some extra salt, but there's not a lot right now. I guess we should be trying to get a bigger salt production too. That will be interesting. The more salt we get, the better it is. We can see the first snow melting. So we'll get into a new harvesting season soon. We have a 2-year-old bull here. Also an 11-month-old. So as soon as this one turns 1 year, we can slaughter the other one. Then we don't need it anymore. Here we'll just have 2 bulls for 1 year. We can just get rid of this, of the first one, then later on. Oh, there they go. All off to a pasture. Always make sure that they can go to a pasture. It saves you a lot of food and it will bring the nutrients back up. As you can see right here, nutrients are still 100%. But if not, then it can really help to make sure that all the nutrients get back up again. As you can see here, nutrients are used, so we need to up those nutrients to keep producing all the time. Our granary is done. Very nice. This one can be slaughtered. This one can be slaughtered. What we could do, the batch size is now 500. What we could do is bring that back to like 200. And that means that they only need 200 hides to start tanning. And we should have those now after the slaughtering. So that could be a thing. Then they can just start to tan again and we can keep production going. That could be helpful. Alright, our granary is ready right there. Let's just copy the inventory of this one. There's everything in here. Buckwheat, potatoes, milk, apples, flour and beef. I guess most things are in here. Let's copy it to this one. So now they can get the same goods in here. Let's do apply to all and apply to all. And now they're hiring and now they can get all the goods that they need. Yes, alright. That's looking good. Our windmill is done. Let's put men in there. They're able to hire a lot of people for the sowing. So that's going really quickly this turn. Yes. Before the end of March, this whole farm is sown in. Probably the same with this one. And they're even able to hire in this farm. So that's very fast. Very fast. I like it that way. How many bricks do we have? 3,000. Alright. So here comes the church. Maybe we should keep it like this so we can see where it is right there. Okay. And then we can build a row house right next to it. But I need to see what is the nice looking side of the house. Alright, yeah, that should face the church. Okay, so this is good. Now the side of the house that looks the nicest is facing the church. And then I think we'll build it right here. I don't think we can actually make it in a circle, but maybe we can make some sort of a square around town. That will be looking nice. Not a messenger in here. No, I want... It keeps popping up all the time. We have 1,800 in the export stock, so let's export it then. We have 850. Come on. Sunflower oil to export. Let's do so. All the other things are fine. Are we finally producing a bit more textile now? I think we are. And hopefully that will up the clothing production too, so that we can actually have some clothes to spare. That will be very nice. Oh, these are doing a good job chopping this forest away. They have 43 logs in there. That's a bit much. But okay, I can deal with that. Alright, the smeltery is working as fast as it can, I guess. So making lots of iron. We have 1500 iron in town now. That's very nice. Not enough iron ore. Well, there's plenty in the storage, so that's no problem. They're really busy. Let's keep them going. This house gets built. Then they will start working on the church soon. Should we build some extra houses? I think we should start on this side too now with some extra housing. I want to do just normal village houses again. Also facing the river, of course, because, well, I like the people. I like them to have a nice house that can just take a look at the river. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That needs to remove a few trees, but that's fine. It needs a well, of course. Low quality water. Yeah, that's an issue then. But if you get further away from the water, it will get better quality water. And that's what we need right now. We can place the well right here. And then, of course, we need to place the granary and all the shops here too. I don't mind them taking out a few trees. We can do that. That's okay. So let's build it right here. Let's zoom in a bit so we can place the market stalls in the right places here. We'll place 4. I don't know if we need them all straight away, but we'll see. For now, I don't think it will be harmful if we just place them all. Alright, we'll wait for the others to be done. At least now there's some stuff in the queue. That's good. And they are already building the church. And I do love the church and the way it looks, because it's an amazing building. Ah, all the goodies are there already. I'm glad we bought those nails. We have only 39 nails left now, but at least we had enough to build the church straight away. That's perfect. I like that. And now they should start to build it, and then we should start to build the row house. We still need a lot of nails for that too, though. Well, at some point it might be time for another smithy. Or we should just stop constructing so much all the time and give it some time to catch up with production. Alright, we now have 130 flour in store, 160. So that one extra mill is making sure that we now have enough. And as you can see in town, no food issues whatsoever. Nobody has a variety issue. Nobody is short of food. We can actually produce everything we need. We have potatoes, we have buckwheat, we have flour, we have apples, we have some fish, we have some sunflower oil. Just make sure that you get all the different things and everybody will be happy. And that's even without houses with a garden. It's very well possible to feed everybody this way. I know it can be a bit tough, especially in the beginning, but you can do it. And, well, of course, if you want to build houses with gardens, totally fine by me. I mean, look at these gardens, how nice they are. They look amazing. I like them a lot. You can really see the cabbages grow and stuff like that. So just enjoy it if this is what you want. But for me, it's not. So it's not what I want. I want to have a whole city. Well, not a whole city, but a city with a lot of houses without a garden, without gardens. And that's what I do. And here we are with some benches so people can sit. We can see that they're immediately being used. People are sitting on them, hopefully enjoying themselves, but you can never be sure about that. Let's sell some salt again. Okay, well, that's going well. The salt production really went up now that we put extra people in there. So it really makes a difference how many people you put in there. If you put only 2 in them, they will produce a lot slower than when you have 5 in them. So it really works that way. And, well, make sure you... we've put on the preemptive repairs. That's good. So that's nice. Now, I've been thinking... We had fish already, but I guess that was in the stream. We don't have any fish. Let's get working on it. We need some fish. I've already put it in some market stalls, but apparently we did not get any fisheries yet. So first we need a boat yard to produce all the boats. And then we can start the fisheries. Now this is all uneven terrain, so no fisheries there. We'll have to go all this way, but that's not really that nice a spot. But what we could just do is build them on this side, of course. And we're going to build 3. And then we'll just put the houses behind them. At least then we'll be able to get some good amounts of fish. Of course, they can't get past this point. So all they can fish on is this part of the river, which is big enough. And if we want them to get to this point, we just build a few fisheries here. That could also be done. Can't find bricks anywhere. Ah, we don't have enough bricks yet. We do have a lot, though. Let's move this up a bit. Because we do need those bricks. I can tell you, it looks amazing, these houses. These are so cool. If you've never seen the row houses before, hopefully we get this one done before the end of the episode. I doubt it because we still need a lot of bricks, but they look so nice, these brick houses. Well, let's give the brickworks some time to create more bricks. I mean, the badges are all coming in, so that's good. Did we build a water platform here? I don't think so. Let's speed that up by building a water platform right there. I'm going to build that straight away. Because this needs a lot of water. And if it gets all the water from town, that's not good. So we need that platform to supply the water that this one needs. But that will make things go faster. So that should work. These have 72 logs now. That's just a crazy amount of logs. Need to get rid of them at some point. This one's completely filled up. Yep. Well, I don't think we have an iron ore production issue. And how much iron do we have? 1900. So yeah, the amount of iron we have is also growing. Meaning that at some point we could be selling some iron. I will only sell it in small amounts of 500. But we can definitely do that. That should be fine. I do like these houses though. With the little gardens on them. Church is completely done. We don't have a priest, but I hope he comes in at some point. Still need a lot of bricks though. 900 already built, so they are creating bricks in a good manner. Very fast, but yeah, I highly doubt it'll be all in time. Ah, they're gathering all these raw materials now. Maybe we should tell them that they can hire laborers. So that goes faster. Right now they should be able to get the water from here, which should save them a lot of time to get all the water, so that should work. A messenger from the Kachi. That's been a long time. We can sell a lot of charcoal here. Let's make a deal, although I see that there's no charcoal in here. Ah, we got it removed because we ran out, of course. So let's put it back in store here. Let's get all the charcoal in. I mean, we need it. Workers can also get it by hand. That's fine. Just go get the charcoal before all the carts come in, of course. Supplying resources, very good. Ah, we were supplying some salt. Well, now they need to get some charcoal because we are selling it. Ah, they're getting it, very good. Anything else? Can we buy some stuff? We can buy some lime. I think we should buy another 1,000 because we need a lot of lime for the buildings that we're going to build. We can sell apples if we want to. We have 1,000 in the export stock. And they will run bad, so if you can, sell them at a certain point, because otherwise they'll run bad. And that's not what you want. I mean, these are almost out already, so let's get rid of them. So you have to make sure you sell them every now and then. But all in all, things look quite okay. I think, at least for me, they do. Now, it's harvest time. We can see that we only have 1,300 potatoes left and 2,600 buckwheat. So we really need the extra input from here because we are using a lot of food. And that's why it can be a challenge if you don't have people growing their own food. You do need to produce a lot of food to just make sure that everybody can eat and can eat properly. Because the villagers eat quite a bit of food, each person. So it is a challenge, but it is also very much doable. So You can do it if you want. 68 logs. They're creating a lot of firewood because it goes to all these charcoal pits, of course. That's good. And with these harvests incoming, we should be getting a lot of things like buckwheat and potatoes and stuff like that in. So that should help out. Yeah, potatoes, buckwheat, sunflowers, buckwheat. I like it. Somehow feels though that they're not able to hire a lot of people at this point. I think we've given most people a job now. And that is resulting into them not hiring enough people. Yeah, these are now all hiring people. So maybe we should tell these to stop using laborers so that they won't be hired for this, but they will go to the farms first. What we can also do to make sure that these get hired the first, of course, is to raise the laborer wage so that they will be going to the farms first. A messenger from Barin Cove. Now this is really great because now we can buy some alcohol. So let's buy 2000 horilka, which I'm told is a local drink. Let's store some stuff in here. We'll do like 500. And we should tell them to sell it at a market stall. I believe there was one where we had an open spot yet. Yes, right here. Alright, here we go. Horilka. Let's do the same here. Do we still have an open spot here too? I don't know. Yes, very good. Let's sell some horilka and put some in here. Oops. 500. I guess this one needs the same too then, so that it's spread over town and everybody can get some alcohol. I guess that will do a lot of people some good. There we go. Alright, well, still trying to build this brick house again. We only need 1800 more bricks. They're not in here yet, but we're creating 1000 badges. So maybe if we move it over one, we can get it done. However, it won't be done this episode because we've gotten all we want. And it has been over half an hour and we performed quite well. We expanded town a bit, but we also have to save something for another episode. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.